up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here, and we are here today to talk about what was Friday Night SmackDown last night on the 4th of July, as it was taped on Monday after Monday Night Raw, as we talked about earlier this week. We're here to get you ready for 4 shows in one weekend. It's a lot going on and a lot to talk about. So, I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July. Hopefully everybody survived. Everybody still got all 10 fingers and toes. And we're ready for a lot of shows and a lot of PLEs. And I don't know why they decided to put it all in one weekend. But they did. So we're here to talk about it all. But first, let's talk about what went down on Friday night. SmackDown last night, if you did not see. And if you were celebrating with your family and friends, watching some fireworks, blowing off some firecrackers, using some sparklers, whatever the heck you were doing, Friday Night SmackDown was on the show. So we saw Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton come out. Randy Orton he wanted to say to Cody that he wants to see him beat Mr. John Cena and bring back that title and all of that stuff after Randy was not able to do that. We saw Jacob Fatu. We saw JC Mateo. We saw the Bloodline, Bloodline 3.0. We ended up having a tag team match set for the main event, which was Jimmy Uso and Jacob Fatu taking on Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline 3.0. We also saw Jade Cargill, guys. I called it. Jade Cargill coming out with a customized briefcase. I swear I was right. I said it. It's beautiful, and I cannot wait to get that in figure form. We have Naomi and Jade Cargill. Oh, also, not to mention, I wanted to show the briefcase. That is so cool. Also, not to mention, and I did forget to mention, during that Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton promo to start off the show, we saw the return of the Scottish Warrior, Mr. Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre will now be taking on Randy Orton this Saturday at Saturday night's main event to rekindle a rivalry from 2020. We also saw, remember guys, also this was the first 2-hour SmackDown back, so we gained an hour of time. We saw the tag team division have themselves a little backstage segment where one of each member of those 4 tag teams, DIY, Street Profits, Angel and Garza, and the Motor City Machine Guns, had to have one person represent them as they took on the Wyatt family in an 8-man tag team match. Well, we saw them, and the Wyatt family won, of course. So the Wyatt family will now be taking on the Street Profits this upcoming Friday on SmackDown for those tag team titles. Speaking of the tag team titles, we saw Miss Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair take on B-Fab and Meechum and the Secret Hervis. Piper Niven and Alba Fire and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss got their first win as a tag team, and they will now be going on to face and they will be facing Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. And then the 2 other teams that will represent Raw and the team that will represent NXT, I should say. I'm sure we'll find those out most likely this Tuesday, and then obviously on Friday or on tomorrow, or let's say Saturday. So on Monday and Tuesday, we should find out who those 2 teams are, and hopefully we have that set. But also, speaking of Evolution, we saw the return. It was supposed to happen a few weeks ago. Here's Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. If supposed to happen a few weeks ago. I put her on the thumbnail. I was all excited. Well, we saw it happen last night, or if you watched it on if you saw the highlights, the replay, or if you saw the spoilers on Monday night, Stratus returned, and she will now be taking on Tiffany Stratton at Evolution 2 for the Women's World title. We also have, if you do not see at Evolution, we have the Women's Battle Royal, and then after what happened with Jade Cargill and Naomi, we saw Jade Cargill and Naomi. Now we'll have another match at Evolution, their second match after their first one went down at WrestleMania. As I said, we did get the tag team match with JC Mateo, Solo Sikoa, and as they took on Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso. We obviously know how that ends. Shenanigans as always and everything else like that. So that was pretty much SmackDown. I can't think if I'm missing anything else. Not that I can think of. But while we are doing the show, I'm going to go and put it on my DVR and let's see if I did miss anything. But, guys, we got 4 shows. We got, in this exact order, we got Great American Bash. We have all on at the same time. That night, Saturday night, this upcoming Saturday, we have Saturday night's main event. And then on Sunday, we have Evolution 2. But that just means we have a lot of content to do on the channel. So, before we talk about a couple other things and everything else like that, I want to tell you what we'll be doing here this week. We'll talk about, and I'm going to tell you some of the matches, and then I'm going to tell you, and we're going to talk about it all. So these will not be preview shows. I'll give you my preview and my thoughts about all of these matches throughout the week, but I want to show you guys what we'll be doing, what's going to be going down, and it's a lot of stuff. So, but let's start it off. As you guys know, we'll be here, and we still have one more show this week, as we will be here, as we have the Great American Bash this upcoming Saturday afternoon. Well, this and tomorrow, I decided that we are going to be going back, and we're going to have ourselves a little bit of a retro pay-per-view, and we're going to go back and watch Great American Bash. You guys voted. It is the Great American Bash 2006. I'm going to try to get the thumbnail up here in a second, but I appreciate you guys all. It's going to be a good time. If I could speak. The 2006 retro episode. No, that's not it. I don't know why it's not it. But we will be here tomorrow, and I will show you that thumbnail at some point. Or if you want, you can go and see it on the community or on the profile page right now. So we have that tomorrow, the WWE Great American Bash 2006 retro episode. And then we started off. It goes, and it starts with Monday Night Raw. And it looks like Mr. Great Brown Hope is coming back for the second week in a row. So make sure that you guys come and hang out with Tino and the Great Brown Hope as we get you ready for one crazy weekend that is. And that is going to begin with Monday Night Raw. Tuesday, we got Tuesday NXT. So come and hang out as we watch Oba Femi. We watch Iamura. We watch Jason Jane, Joe Hendry, and all the guys get ready for NXT Great American Bash Tuesday night. Wednesday, we're going to preview the Great American Bash. So make sure you come and hang out as we preview the show, and we're going to have ourselves a good one. So that will be Wednesday. We will be here, and we will be previewing the Great American Bash. If it will show up. Oh, there we go. Great American Bash preview show. Then on Thursday, we got the Southside Boys. It's been 20 years, guys, since the White Sox won the World Series. And it's time to celebrate next weekend. And they are going to be having a ceremony, a statue reveal of Mark Burley, and much more at Guaranteed Rate Field. So come and hang out with the boys as we get you ready for the week upcoming. We talk about the last couple of weeks. How was your 4th of July? And things are getting semi better for the White Sox, hopefully. So Thursday, we are back with the Southside Boys. And then on Thursday night, after the Southside Boys, come and hang out as I preview both Evolution and Saturday night's main event in the same show. Right now, we got about 4 matches for Saturday night's main event. And then for Evolution, I think we have 4 or 5 right now. So we'll come and hang out. We're going to watch, or we're going to preview both of those matches, or both of those shows. And we're going to have ourselves a good little preview episode. And then on Friday, it's a Friday night doubleheader, Friday doubleheader, as I should say. As Thursday will be a doubleheader. But Friday, we'll be here for a simulation as we simulate Saturday night's main event. We simulate Evolution. And we simulate NXT, the Great American Bash, Evolution, and Saturday night's main event. I think I said a couple twice, but that's okay. Saturday, come and hang, or Friday before SmackDown, come and hang out as we simulate all 3 shows in one episode. And then it's back. We're back for our regular schedule programming on Friday. Sorry, guys. I know I took the 4th of July off yesterday. I'm sorry we had to spend some time with the fam. But that's okay. We didn't miss too much and too many crazy things. So make sure you come and hang out as we watch Friday Night SmackDown. It's the fallout from, or I should say it is 24 hours before we go and we see ourselves what will happen at Saturday night's main event. NXT Great American Bash, all in. And then obviously 24 hours that all the women will do their thing. But first, we got SmackDown, and that is Friday night. Saturday, it is the Great American Bash and the Saturday night's main event live. So come and hang out as we watch both shows. We go live, and we have ourselves a long day and a lot of good times. So Great American Bash, and then we will also be here for Saturday night's main event. And then on Sunday, we end it all with the show of shows. It's the second one ever. It's an all-women's PLE. Which legends will show up? Who will win those tag titles? Can Jordan defeat JC Jane? Could we see the Evolve women show up? I don't know. It's Evolution 2, though, and it's the all-women's PLE. So, that is what we got going down this week. It's a lot going on, a lot happening, and a lot of shenanigans. So, I appreciate y'all dealing with me and listening to what I had to say about that. So, let's go through these matches now that we will be having at the shows as of right this second, as of this recording, on Sunday or on Saturday afternoon at 4:11 p.m. We have JC Jane taking on Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. We now have Tiffany Stratton taking on Trish. I said Tiffany Stratton. Oh, no, yeah. It's Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus one-on-one for the women's title. I don't know what I was saying. We got Io Sky taking on Mommy. Mommy's always on top. Rhea Ripley trying to get that women's title back. And then we also have Jade Cargill and Naomi in a match that we have not seen since WrestleMania. Let's hope this rivalry ends here. We also will see a Battle Royal. We'll probably see a couple legends, maybe more legends, probably some NXT superstars, maybe the girls from LFG. Maybe we'll see some Evolve. We'll figure it out. But that is what will be going down at Evolution. Right now for Saturday night's main event, we got Randy Orton, we got Drew McIntyre, we got Goldberg and Gunther, and we'll have to wait and see what else goes down and what else happens at and for Saturday night's main event. We have just Gunther and Walter. But then we also have the Great American Bash, and we have the following matches going down on that show. We have Soruka taking on Izzy Dane for the North American Women's Championship. We have JC Jane taking on and teaming up with Fallon Henley as she will be less than 24 hours away from her title match against Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace and Mariah May are going to team up at Great American Bash. And then we also have Oba Femi taking on Iamura. It's going down. Will Oba win? Or can the underdog come out on top? We have a triple threat for the TNA title, or I should say it is a TNA title contract signing. As it's Trick Williams, it's Joe Hendry, it's Mike Santana. I mean, you guys all know how this is going to go. We're going to see some type of something or other. Somebody's not going to be happy, and then we're going to see them go through tables. Somebody's going to stand tall with the belt, and then that person will lose on Sunday. Or on Saturday, I should say. Because this show is on at the same time as All In. So if you don't have pay-per-view, and you're not watching AEW, then you could still watch the Great American Bash. Or if you don't want to watch the Great American Bash, you could just sit there and watch AEW All In. You know, either way, whatever works for you, whatever enjoys. So, that is what we got going down for the NXT Great American Bash. We will have to wait and see, as I said, to see everything else that happened and everything else that went down. But for now, that is what we got for this crazy week and this crazy upcoming week. That will be there's going to be a lot to talk about, a lot of things going down. I did not forget the women's tag title match. I just did not say it. I don't have the picture yet because of them not having all four women's tag teams in it yet. So we also do have the women's tag title match, Fatal 4-Way. It is Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez taking on the team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. We will most likely find out the women's tag team champions and who will represent Raw and NXT this upcoming Monday and this upcoming Tuesday. Unless they don't and we just have some random team showing up. I mean, that very well could be it. And maybe I feel like maybe Nikki Bella might. I don't know. I feel like Nikki Bella might now be the team that represents Raw. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see with that, though. But we also have, I completely forgot, before and after, or I should say during the Great American Bash, and before Saturday night's main event, after the Great American, or I guess, I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore, but I completely forgot because, guys, we got another show to talk about, and I'm actually going to give you my predictions here for these matches, as we will not be doing a separate preview show, but instead I'm going to cut the clip of me talking about it and tell you guys what my thoughts are about AEW All In, and then this will consider and count as the preview show. So if you want to give me your thoughts, your predictions, and your preview and how you feel about AEW All In, let me know. Because let's talk about it right now. And it goes like this. We have Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay taking on the Young Bucks. We got AEW unification match as it's Kenny Omega as he takes on Okada. We got a Texas death match as it's Hangman and Page as he takes on Jon Moxley. We got Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Title. We do have a women's casino battle royal. You guys all know how those go. Those are so much fun. And then we also have the men's casino battle royal. We'll just have to wait and see what happens and what goes down with all of that. But we also have Kyle Fletcher and Adam Cole. And then we have the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin as they take on Jet Speed, Kevin Knight, and Speedball, Mike Bailey. So let's talk about these matches. Let me give you my predictions, and let me tell you who I think is going to win. So let's talk about the two matches that we don't have on here, and that is Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher. I think that Adam Cole is going to retain his title. They love to give themselves some Adam Cole. Kyle Fletcher, I think he's continuing to grow and develop a lot, better than maybe people expected him to. But I still think that we see Adam Cole walk out as your still TNT champion, baby. We got the Hurt Syndicate and the Hurt Syndicate taking on Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey for the AEW World's Tag Team titles. I'm going to say that the Hurt Syndicate win and they keep their titles. I just don't personally think that we're going to see anybody defeat the Hurt Syndicate for a little bit of time. We'll have to wait and see. Now, we have Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay taking on the Young Bucks, as I just said. But if Will Ospreay and Strickland lose, they cannot challenge for the AEW World title for 1 year. The Young Bucks lose, they will be stripped of their EVP titles in AEW. There are a lot of stakes in this tag team match. And that is why I'm going to say Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland are going to win. And then we're going to see Nick and Matt go back to being actual wrestlers. And actually doing something with what, and not just being a EVP annoying ass pain in the ass. That's how I feel about that. We do not have any women or men participants for the Casino Battle Royal. So, I guess I could kind of give you my predictions, but I guess I also can't. To be bold, because of the rumors that we've been seeing, again, you don't want to ever believe anything, but maybe Britt Baker returns. We could see somebody that, from TNA that we may not know very well. We may be able to see somebody that, I said TNA, my bad. We're talking about AEW now. I said TNA. We can see somebody from New Japan Pro Wrestling. We can see somebody from different places and different, countries and everything else. There's too many shows going on. I can't keep track of no more. My head hurts. But that is the men in the Women's Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. We'll have to wait and see who those participants are. And again, this show is in 6-7 days. So who knows? Tony Khan could add a bunch of more matches. But for now, that is what we got for that. I'm going to say that for Okada and Kenny Omega, I'm going to say Kenny Omega wins. And he unifies both the Continental Championship and the AEW International Championship. And it is unified. And it is inaugural. And I feel like the winner they want will be Kenny Omega for that. So that is why I feel like that winner is pretty easy. Now, Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. This is a match I definitely thought we'd be seeing in WWE at an Evolution, at a SummerSlam, a WrestleMania, something like that. Well, here we are. We're having it in Texas, and it's all in Texas for a different company. I cannot wait to see what these two go there and do. It's going to be a good match. Should be fun, and I'm excited to see them go out there and kill it. I think that we are going to see, and as Mr. Main Event Network is in the house, it is 420. That's hysterical. You guys know what to do. It's 420. I can't do it on stream. So, Kyle, Main Event Network, do it for me. But I'm going to agree with the Main Event Network, and I'm going to say that we have Mercedes Moné. It's her time. It's her moment. And she walks out your new AEW Women's World Champion. Should be really interesting to see what happens. If Toni Storm does win, I'm not going to be upset about it. I do feel like these two are going to put on a really good match. that people may not be expecting and not really too familiar with what they do and what they do on the card. So I'm excited to see what happens with that one. But we also have, and it is for now the main event of the show because we have, and you guys know how much Tony Khan loves to add matches throughout the week. Couple days before the show, shoot, he'll probably add a match during the show. He don't care. But we have Jon Moxley. We have a Texas death match. And if you're asking what a Texas death match is, it just means they beat the shit out of each other and destroy each other until that there is nobody left and they are all just laid out bloody mess. And yeah. So just expect a lot of blood. Expect both of these guys just to try to tear each other down in every which way that they can. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be good. I love these Texas death matches. These have always been my favorite types of matches. No matter what it is, no matter what, where, or how, I just personally love me some brutality, some blood, I just love it. I don't know, I'm weird. But I think that's exactly what this is going to be. It's going to be a good match. But in the end, we're going to see the man that bleeds everywhere, the man that bleeds everything. I'm going to say, and I think that this could be a good moment for Hangman and Page to actually win the title. But I'm going to say that Jon Moxley is still your AEW World Champion. And we maybe see Hangman win the Casino Battle. Well, I don't know. But I think that, again, depending on where the match is at, we could very well see him be, if Hangman and John start off the show, he could enter the Casino Battle Royal. We've seen it happen before, where there were people that competed that same night that entered the Battle Royal. I'm just saying. So, just keep an eye out for all of that. But yeah, Jon Moxley going to win, going to walk out, still your AEW World Champion, as he will be taking on Hangman and Page in the Texas Death Match. And those are your 8 matches that will be going down at Saturday, or I'm sorry, not Saturday night's main event, on Saturday afternoon at All in Texas for AEW. So if you want to and you want to go and see all of that stuff, make sure that you hit that button, you subscribe, you turn that notification button on so you know when we go live for all of these shows, as I will be live for both, and I'll watch AEW All In, and we'll watch the Great American Bash. So wherever you all may be, and you want to come and hang out, I appreciate y'all so much. But those are the matches and the cards for this 4 pay-per-view in 48-hour span that we will be doing once the weekend begins. Now, did I have a couple other things that I did want to show you? It is not the Attitude Era anymore, as I mentioned, and as the title of this episode is. Thank you, Tiffany Stratton. It is not the Attitude Era anymore. And Tiffany loves herself some shots at, people and everything else like that. But if it was not for Trish Stratus, we would not be sitting here right now, and the women would not be kicking ass and doing the things they're doing right now. So I am so excited for this match. I know that they just turned frenemies, and then they were friends, and then they weren't, and very confusing. But I'm excited to see it. It's going to be a good match. I think that, obviously I still think that we will, I can't ruin it for you. You'll have to find out who I think is going to win when we do our preview show later this week. But Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus, I'm excited for it, but it is not the Attitude Era anymore. But I don't think that matters to Trish Stratus because she ages like fine wine and she looks like she's aging backwards. So I think Trish is going to be fine. Maybe we see Team Bestie team back up. We're supposed to maybe see the Iconics. Maybe the Iconics are a team that represents Raw or SmackDown in the that Fatal 4. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with that. But we do have that. And then they did make it official. We do have John Cena. Cody Rhodes, number 2 at SummerSlam. Summer Scam this upcoming month in August for the undisputed WWE title. It's SummerSlam. Come and hang out as we'll be live. We'll do preview shows, all that good stuff. But yes, this is the thumbnail. Or not the thumbnail, the overlay for their match at SummerSlam, but I thought I'd share that with you. And then lastly, before I say goodbye for the day, because I thought we'd have more to talk about, but there's not too many of you guys in the chat. So if you guys got more to say, if I missed anything, please let me know, but I think I covered it all. And this is also something that happened on SmackDown. He Solo Sikoa, had this to say. What you're looking at right now, it's nothing like the Bloodline. This group is way more stronger and dangerous than ever. These are my MFTs, my family tree, and now my family is complete. So it looks like that they kicked Tama Tonga out, and Tama Tonga gonna have to go and whatever the hell he was doing. somewhere else. But for now, we'll have to see what happens with the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa is obviously the U.S. champion, and we'll have to see how long that will last. Maybe Jacob will win it right back at SummerSlam. I don't know how it's going to go with that. But I will say the one thing that I do not want is them to add continuously more members of the Bloodline, because I just can't keep up anymore. We need to get over the Bloodline storyline, and we need to move on. Figure out something else for all these guys to do, because it's just boring now watching the Bloodline story continue. No matter if it's a tag team match, if it's a singles match, a fatal four-way, whatever it is, there is always somebody that has to do with the Bloodline storyline. And listen, that's fine, but I just feel like, we could give time to some other people. And now that SmackDown has went back to 2 hours, as much as they say they can use those 2 hours, they never know how to use those 3 hours. They never know how to use those 3 hours. I know I just said 2, but they never know how to use them. So that 2 hour spot is perfect. And I think obviously 4th of July, so probably not many as people were watching, but I think for the most part, it wasn't an awful show. It wasn't the greatest of all time, but got the job done in continued feuds. And I mean, the fact that we continue just to wait and do this and that, I'm excited to see where it goes with this. But Solo had that to say last night during SmackDown. And, the one thing was about the 4th of July shows and even the holiday shows, the last couple, holidays and stuff, we really don't see any of the crazy stuff that we usually see, like with Vince McMahon. Like we saw, the pie eating contest one year. We saw them outside blowing off fireworks one year. I think they had sparklers out. I don't know what we were doing here with that. But 4th of July is over. We're on to the next holiday. And before you know it, guys, it's going to be August and September. And we'll be talking football here on Tino's Time. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye because chat ain't popping. I don't know where everybody at. I appreciate Main Event Kyle, Main Event Network. I appreciate Eric. I appreciate all you guys that did come here and hang out. But it's late, or not late, I shouldn't say. I'm sure everybody's still hungover from 4th of July. Hopefully you didn't party too hard. But let's go through these real quick and then we'll say goodbye. I want Izzy and Tatum to be the next representatives. I mean, they very well could be. They did win their match last night. You forgot the 4 women. Yeah, that's right. You're right. I just do not have the picture yet. If Will and Swerve win the Elite will give up their status as the Bucks. Yup. Yes. I think JC wins and Darby returns. Yeah, we haven't. That is a good point. We have not seen Darby in a while, and that honestly is a very good shout to think about Darby Allin, because I didn't even think about Darby Allin. So I'm very interested and very excited to see where it goes, what happens, and what this 4-show week has in store for us. So, guys, one more time, we'll be here live Monday for Raw, Tuesday for NXT, a preview show Wednesday, a doubleheader Thursday, Friday. We'll be here live for both shows, and 3 shows, I should say, on Saturday, and then on Sunday for Evolution 2. But for now, make sure you follow all the social medias. You hit that like button over on the Main Event Network, the OTM guys over there, the Southside Boys, and right here, right now, make sure you double, triple, and triple check, quadruple check. Hey, you hit the like button here on this episode. You subscribe on the road to 4K. We did just hit 3,034 subscribers. So you guys are still subscribing, which I appreciate so very much. So continue to do that. Let's continue the road to 4K. And guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Recover. Go get yourself a cocktail. They always say the best way to recover from a hangover is to just start drinking again. So go drink. Go enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys all tomorrow for the Great American Bash 2006. Retro PLE.